guys, this is WhisperSister. I just wanted to say thanks to everyone who commented on my last video and showed your support in my decision. It's a really good reinforcement for me that I'm doing the right thing, which I know I am. And yeah, it's really cool that you guys all seem to agree with me. A lot of you have mentioned that you hear a difference in my voice, and I totally hear it too. I feel different. I feel like I can breathe again, you know, like the breath just moves more freely in my body. And it's a really, really good feeling. I'm still obviously having little moments of panic where I kind of doubt, not so much doubt that I'm doing the right thing, but it's like these habits that I have of being sad and feeling guilty for everything I do and beating myself up. I'm actually quite surprised at how well I've been able to cope with them, but they do still try to reassert themselves, you know. So every once in a while it's like something, a little voice tries to remind me to feel guilty about the fact that I'm, you know, hurting him and disrupting everything. And even though he himself has said that he doesn't blame me, it's just a little part inside me, but it's little, it's not me anymore. So that's really cool. So now I'm kind of focusing on the next step, like what's going to come next. I've got a lot of stuff ahead of me to do, and you know, it's hard to say. I feel like I am not going to approach this situation the same way I've ever approached things before, if that makes sense. Like normally I would put things off and be like procrastinating about everything and scared and worrying and everything, and it's just like I don't feel like that's how I'm gonna approach this at all. I just have a lot more faith in the process, maybe. I don't know. But I went and hung out with my dad last night. My dad is in AA. He's been a recovering alcoholic for like 29 years now. He's taking his 29-year cake next week. So that's cool. And I'm sure he wouldn't mind me telling random people that. Yeah. Anyways, he has this meeting on Monday nights that he does. That is an open meeting. So you don't have to be an alcoholic to go to it. And it's just about like the spiritual side of the program, which is amazing. Well, at least the way that my dad and I tend to see spirituality and God and, you know, the divine, whatever you want to call it. I really do think that me being able to tap into that again lately is what sparked this whole chain of events. I really believe that. And so I've been going to this meeting with him for the last 3 weeks, and it's really cool. It's just, like I just talk about what's going on with me, and they usually pick a topic at the beginning of the meeting to kind of, like, everyone who shares their stuff tries to relate it to those topics. And so, like, last week it was prayer and meditation, and this week we read the St. Francis prayer, and sort of picked different aspects of it as the topics for the discussion. And the cool thing about these meetings, I'm sure some of you out there have experienced these, but probably a lot of people haven't. Basically, you get the floor for like 5 minutes or however long you want. You just get to share whatever is on your mind, and no one can interrupt you, and no one responds to you or tries to offer advice or anything. And I find that in itself is really powerful, to be able to talk and not be interrupted. But for me, I'm finding what's even more interesting and powerful is the fact that when someone else is sharing, I don't have to respond. I'm not obligated to make them feel better. I'm not obligated to add something to the conversation or show that I understand what they're saying. You know, I just get to listen, and in doing that, you hear a lot more. And I really want to try and apply that to my regular conversations that I have in life when I can, because it's really cool. And I think that what I'm noticing, well, what my dad always says is that, like, okay, when he talks at these meetings, I mean, he's been living this program for almost 30 years, and he's quite a wise person, I think. And he has a lot of really cool stuff to share. And so when he talks, a lot of the times he'll have people come up to him afterwards and say, like, wow, what you were saying was, you know, really hit home with me, and thank you for sharing. I really heard a lot of good stuff. And what he says to that is, like, thank yourself for, first of all, being here to hear this, and secondly, for, you know, having the capacity to hear what you heard. Like, when you get something out of someone, what you're really getting is a reflection of yourself. And if you can listen to what they're telling you about you, that's the point, you know. And a lot of the connections that I've made lately with people that have been so amazing, like nothing I would have ever expected. I mean, these are amazing people, and I will give them credit for being awesome, but it's also that I'm ready to, you know, have parts of myself reflected back at me that I've been avoiding for so long. So, you know, it's like, don't give away the power and the credit for what you learn. You know, acknowledge your wisdom as it's emerging and appreciate that. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm seeing that every circumstance, every encounter that I have is just another way for me to meet me, you know, and it's really an awesome process. It really is. And it also allows you to kind of, it's been allowing me to step back a little bit and not have to feel the need to control everything as much as I have been. You know, there's certain things that I would like to happen a certain way, but I'm kind of practicing just letting them happen the way they're going to, and it's been a really cool experience in that way, like seeing how things unfold when you don't try to impose your will on them and your agenda, you know. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, right now I'm just on my break, and I know I keep mentioning the weather, but, like, you don't understand. It is the beginning of February. Normally it should be gray and, like, snowing and depressing, and it is so freaking sunny and warm, and it's just awesome every single day. You know, I feel like it's just exactly what I've been needing, because it's just made all of this amazing stuff that's been happening even more amazing. So it's pretty cool. It is supposed to rain for the rest of the week now, but that's fine. I mean, rain keeps things green, you know. Soon enough we're going to be wishing for rain when it gets really hot. So yeah, so I looked at some apartments. I found some promising ones, but it's kind of hard to gauge what's actually out there right now because of the Olympics. There's a lot of places that are just being rented for the Olympics, and and I think a lot of the places that are up right now probably won't be available when I'm ready, so I really shouldn't be looking too, you know, specifically, but at least I'm getting an idea of what's going to be out there. Anyways, I'm just rambling on. Sorry, I just wanted to mostly say thank you, and so right now I'm going to go play some guitar. I brought my guitar with me to work, and I'm going to go sit